Alternator Man here. I want to talk to you a little bit about taking bearings out of alternators. I watched a couple of videos online and I was really disappointed. It showed a 10SI type alternator, this housing, and they show the person getting in here with a socket and just driving the bearing right out, which was really upsetting to me. I've been doing this a long time, and I'll tell you, I've seen where they bust these fins right out, and this is all machined together. The rear of this housing and the bearing boss are all machined together, so when that fits together, this has to ride true to the center stator and everything. And if you knock those out of whack, it's going to make your alternator fail very quickly. Same thing with these housings, the rear housings with the needle bearings. What you want to do is you can get yourself a socket and then support that bearing and get yourself another socket at the other end and virtually drive that bearing right out of there where your support is right on the bearing housing itself. You want to be able to do that. You want to do that. You don't want to be getting in here and just hammering, especially you don't want to get on this side and hammer this bearing. If you were to hammer this bearing down through, you would deform this housing terrible. You don't want to do that. And then we have situations for us where we Loctite our bearings in. Now this is an old housing that was off something that broke a screw, so it's no good. But if we Loctite our bearings in, if you were to just drive on that thing, you try to drive that bearing out, it becomes very difficult. And you can see the Loctite on that, and I probably deformed that housing. When you pull your bearings out, you want to support this, so you get yourself a ring. We've done all kinds of, we have fixtures to do this on, but you want to get something in there supporting it from this side. Then you can virtually drive that bearing out. But when you put your new bearing back in, you have to make sure that you only push it around the outside race to make sure that you're not destroying that bearing. When you're pounding that bearing out of there, it doesn't matter, it's already shot. But make sure you support these housings, and don't watch those videos that just tell you to start hammering on it, because I'm sure I've deformed this housing. If I put some gauges on it, that thing's going to be out of line.